Neat. Hikikomori, shut in, chud, jobless, unemployed. But the most important term there is hikikomori. A hikikomori is basically a shut in. And these people, hikikomori, mainly is mostly a Japanese term, but it's also turned into more of a worldwide term, is a person who will completely close themselves off from the outside world, shut themselves in, and not emerge. They just don't come back out. Why would people do this? Now, it could be things like your job gets really stressful, or you get fired from your job, and sometimes getting a new job can be really, really hard. Or social pressures, or you walk outside and you feel like everyone is looking down on you and they are all laughing at you. In the case of a man named Tatsuhiro Sato, the main protagonist of the anime Welcome to the N.H.K, that is why he has turned into a hikikomori. Welcome to the N.H.K is an anime revolving around Tatsuhiro Sato and his life as a hikikomori, and as he tries to cope with his mental health struggles and also break out of the hikikomori life. I'm going to talk about this anime and absolutely glaze it on why I think it is an awesome anime, why you should go watch it, and why it's just absolutely peak. I got a Mr. Pibb. Welcome to the N.H.K. The anime starts and opens with a really awesome intro with a song that I really love. I'll put the little picture of the song right there and the name because it's completely left my mind. But I love the intro song. It's awesome. There's also a couple of other songs in the anime. Anime just has a great soundtrack. Absolutely nailed. Love it. I adore it. And our main character is Tatsuhiro Sato. We have Senpai. I forgot her actual name because Sato mostly calls her Senpai the whole time. Or teacher, because she was the president of the Creative Writing Club when he was in high school. And they were the only two members in that club. There is Yamazaki. Now, Yamazaki is a real one. He is Sato's best bud from high school. And also his next door neighbor, which he finds out later in the show. Sato spends his first couple days alone, and he has a neighbor who's constantly blasting anime music. And he gets annoyed one day, so he goes out, finds a neighbor. It turns out it's, his old buddy from high school, Yamazaki, and they start hanging out and all that. And then the next character we have is Misaki. Misaki is also an awesome character. And then we have a couple of side characters that appear in like 2 episodes, and they don't really matter as much, but there you go. This is the main cast. These are the characters you will see the most. These are the most important characters. Now, in our first episode of the show, when we were introduced to Sato, he is currently in the middle of spiraling a crazy conspiracy theory that a secret organization called the N.H.K, Nyohan Hikikomori Kyokai, has been plotting against him to keep him as a hikikomori and keep him as a shut-in. He doesn't even know why they would do this, but apparently they're doing it. It's spiraling. He is using it as a way to cope with his current situation, which is not a current situation. Turning into a shut-in is not just something people choose because they don't want to get a job most of the time. Most of the time it's because something rough happened to them and they just didn't have the mental strength to deal with that shit, so they just hit their room, close off their apartment, and they stay in there. But Sato is busy spiraling in this conspiracy that this is happening to him. And while he's spiraling and busy losing his mind and freaking out, a lady comes and knocks on his door. It is Misaki and her aunt. Her aunt is going out and passing around church flyers for people to come and visit their church, which that is a pretty normal thing. But when they knock on Sato's door, he's a hikikomori, he's a shut-in. People aren't supposed to see him. He doesn't want people to see him. But something in his mind tells him, oh shit, it's the power company. What if they're going to cut off my power? What if I haven't paid my power bill? Oh no. And eventually he's like, I'm just going to go over there and tell them to go away, no matter who it is. And when he finally throws the door open, we see Misaki for the first time. And Sato's also immediately kind of like, well, she's kind of cute. And, sees the lady giving out church flyers, all that. They go on about their day. But then also, later that same day, Sato leaves his apartment because he's, I need a job. I need a job because I need money. I need money to live. So he goes out to set and find a job. He enters a manga cafe and search for a job, and none other than the girl who was at his door, Misaki, is working at the front counter at that manga cafe. being, a hikikomori and struggling with socially interacting with someone after so long, he freaks out and runs away. But he drops his job application and leaves it there. So Misaki goes back to his apartment, finds him, and tells him, "You can be a part of my project." And her project is to educate Sato and help him become no longer a hikikomori. Because she knows he's a hikikomori. It's kind of obvious. She's going to help him out. Pretty good, right? She's coming to save him. It's awesome, right? I wouldn't be so sure. Because think about it. What if Sato's conspiracy is real? And she's an N.H.K spy. But that is the first episode. And the next 5 episodes are her. Not next 5 episodes. Fuck, it's like episode 3. Episode 3 comes, and we get to meet Yamazaki because Sato decides he's sick and tired of hearing that freaking anime music through his apartment wall all day and all night. So he runs out of his door, goes over, throws the door open, and he sees his old buddy from high school, Yamazaki, in there. And they reunite and they hang out, and Sato decides he needs to come up with a lie to convince Misaki that he does have a job and he's not a hikikomori. Because the whole time he's been trying to tell her, "I'm not a hikikomori, actually." And when she's like, "All right, then what do you do?" And he panics and goes, "I'm a creator." She goes, "A creator of what?" He tries to blow it off, but then he's like, "I need to figure out something I can create to prove to her I'm not a hikikomori and keep this lie going." Because, as you know, once you start a lie, it's pretty hard to snap out of it unless you just come out with the truth. Which, let this be a good lesson. Just don't lie in the first place. Like, if you just be completely open and honest, people. But because of this, Sato now has to create something. So him and Yamazaki team up to make a video game together. Genius. This is how Steam games are made. This is how indie games are made. It's a porn game. That's right. It is just a simple arrow hentai visual novel. Absolutely nothing special. Absolutely nothing significant. They're going to make a porn game. What do you know? Also, Yamazaki's like super addicted to anime. It's like a really big problem. He absolutely hates anime. I couldn't imagine liking anime. What a freaking loser. What loser likes anime? Like, anime's for losers. Ignore that. Because Yamazaki's addicted to anime, he's obviously going to try to get Sato addicted to anime too. Which, I cannot imagine being addicted or liking anime. What a chud activity, dude. What the heck? But anyway, this happens, and he invites Sato to go with him to a anime shop in Akihabara in Tokyo, whatever it's called. The anime, it's Japan, it's anime land, it's everywhere. I don't know, dude. But he takes him there, and he buys a body pillow. Sato gets some questionable little figurines of an anime girl that he likes, who it's typical chud activity. I don't have any anime figurines, so I can't include that in the video for the skit. I'm sorry. Don't come after me, YouTube. I'll make my anime channel amazing one day. I swear. Ugh. But that happens. And because of this, Sato is now addicted to anime, also because Yamazaki had him play some more of those porn visual novels. And also got Sato addicted to pornography, actually. And also keep in mind, this anime takes place in the early 2000s, like 2003. So, internet's still kind of new. And Sato did not realize that you could just straight up find internet porn all over the place. He also downloads a ton of the internet porn onto his computer, like so much that it takes up like all of his storage space, like 32 gigabytes of porn. It's crazy work. Crazy. But realistically, this shit does happen. People do get addicted to pornography and things like that. It is a very vicious cycle, and it is not good, but it does happen more often than it should with people getting addicted to these things, especially someone like a male shutting themselves off and not having contact with people. That can be a thing. But eventually Sato comes to his disgust after not working on the game he's supposed to be working at all. He doesn't work on the porn game, he just views porn all day. What a bum move, dude. And the whole time Sato is still actively spiraling and still constant self-hate because he is a hikikomori. We've all been there and done that, haven't we? And it does get rough on him. He ends up getting to where he looks at himself in the mirror one day. His face isn't shaven. His eyes are red. He has bags under his eyes where he stays up watching porn. He looks a little bit skinnier. And the self-disgust and self-hatred hits him so bad that he feels the need to drag Yamazaki with him to outside of a high school, sit outside of the high school, and try to snap pictures of girls as they come out. Tries. He doesn't succeed, but genuinely, I almost dropped the anime here because strange dude. But the whole time he's like, Yamazaki, you're gonna take pictures of me doing this, so I'm gonna feel so disgusted with myself that I'll have to quit porn. And it does work. He does quit porn with he doesn't. We don't see him for the rest of the show really indulge himself per se. He might have once or twice, but we really don't see it anymore after that. So I think that's pretty good. After later on in the show, he only ever really, because he's bored, which is also a very vicious cycle and it's very horrible. This show is very realistic when it comes to a person that has turned into a shut-in. It's not good on your mental health in the slightest. If anything, it makes it worse because you choose to not face the emotions that you need to face in order to grow. But hey, he's watching anime all day while some people got a job. Imagine having a job. I don't have one. I think it's pretty clear. Look at my room. It's very clear I don't have a job. But anyway, besides the point. That is it for part 1 of Welcome to the N.H.K. 10 out of 10. Amazing slice of life anime. I think the 2 best slice of life animes you could possibly watch are Bocce the Rock and Welcome to the N.H.K. Bocce the Rock, if you want some happy, upbeat stuff, you love Bocce, you like music. I love it. But if you want something that feels realistic and kind of psychological, Welcome to the N.H.K. is an awesome pick. I love this anime. Sato is a very relatable character, and his struggles are very real struggles that happen to a lot of people. But most of the time, they're not expressed in media because it's considered super shameful. But this gives something for people to relate to, which, if you have struggled with these things, it is okay. It happens to everyone. It's not normal, but it does happen. So don't beat yourself up too hard. Focus on how you can make yourself better. Wow, look at that. I sound like an inspirational YouTuber now. Guys, should I drop some motivational content for y'all? If anyone wants to, let me know in the comments. But that is it for the video. If you like the video, leave a like. If you don't like it, leave a dislike. If you hated the video, leave a hateful comment. If you really like the video, leave a comment. That is it. Bye.